Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Nomad Chad here, sitting next to my 1997 Grand Cherokee here today, and I'm working on putting a lift kit on it. Basically wanted to say is that if you're looking to do an upgrade to your Jeep, your truck, whatever it is that you are going to upgrade a little bit, um, think about it before you do it. A lot of these vehicles are pretty well off stock. You know, you don't have to do a lot of crazy stuff to them to get them to go off road. I'm gonna do a little lift. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. I have a 3.5-inch lift, and I plan on doing either 31-inch wheels. I'm sorry, tires, 31-inch wheels. Oh man, those would be some huge wheels. Some tractor tires right there. Anyways, I plan on doing some either 31 or 33-inch tires. I almost said it again. And I need a little bit of lift to clear some rocks and stuff like that. But I didn't go anything crazy. I could have, but you know, I like having a lower center of gravity is better, you know, and I just didn't feel for what I was doing it was really needed. So what I decided to do was today was kind of get this thing taken apart. I ran into a couple of problems. Since this is an older Jeep, I ran into problems with getting, you know, bolts off and stuff like that. I ran into breaking a brake line. You know, it's a 97, it's old, it's gonna break stuff that's been rotting under there for however many years it is. I can't even think about it right now, but 24 years, I think that's right.
That is correct.
So what I'm trying to say is that with an older vehicle like this one, you're going to run into problems on it. The links for the sway bar, both of them snapped off. They just were a small diameter bolt, and they, you know, the bolts or the nuts were rusted on, and they broke off. I wouldn't second guess yourself about going out and using the vehicle that you have the way it is for, you know, some light off-roading, you know, Forest Service roads, light, you know, over rocks and stuff like that. It shouldn't be terrible. But, you know, you're wanting to climb hills and stuff like that, that's a different story. But what I'm looking to do with this ZJ is basically, it's going to be on the road a lot, but basically just to be able to get up the hills in the Forest Service roads where things get a little rocky and stuff like that, I have something capable of getting up it. I went ahead and checked out what transfer case is in this. It's a 249 transfer case. And that means it has 4-wheel drive high, 4-wheel drive low only. There's no just rear-wheel drive. So it's all-time 4-wheel drive. And it sounds like I might need to get a different transfer unit. I was doing some research, and it looked like the 231 was the way to go with the transfer unit. It's outside. All right. I think it stopped for now. So anyways, I want to be able to get something I could put it in just 2-wheel drive and drive it around like that for highway. Having it in 4-wheel drive all the time is tough on all the suspension parts in the front as well as the rear. So I want to be able to switch back over to 2-wheel drive if I'm driving, you know, on the highway 2,000 miles out to Oregon or something like that. So anyways, I'm looking to do that, just some small upgrades, but I want to be able to run either 31, 32, or 33-inch tires on it. It looks like if I run 33s like I want to, that I'm going to have to do some trimming on it. Around the steel and stuff like that, around this area here and around. And the easy fix for that is fender flares. But I'm not so sure that I want to run fender flares. I don't know. On this, I don't know if it would look very good or not, but I don't know. Maybe it might. So, what I plan on doing is getting a tire and just working around it. And I think that tire is going to be a 33. I'm not opposed to cutting this thing up. It's older, and I know it's a little work to do, but you know, I don't have a problem doing some work on it. Painting and stuff like that's a different story, but I'm not sure, you know, the fender flares are not fender flares and have, you know, a rolled fender. What I have next on the agenda is to get the control arms off, and I have these really awesome adjustable control arms from Iron Rock Off-Road. They are great. I was checking them out. They're solid steel. Okay, the whole thing is beefy. I think it's 1.25 inches or 1.5 inches. I think it's 1.25 inches solid steel control arms with adjustable links on the end. So I'm gonna get those on. I already got them on the front. The front's kind of pretty much done. Everything's put together. It's gonna need an alignment, of course, to try to center everything up, but I'm gonna have to get tires on it first. I think I'm going to run the steel 15 by 8s. They're not bad looking. They're like the 5-star pattern. Here, I can show you them real quick. They're this pattern here. I don't know if you see that or not. All right, this pattern here. So they're a pretty good looking wheel. And I think the stock tires on this are like a 28-inch. Let me look real quick here to see what size they are. They're a 235/75 R16. So R15. I'm sorry, I was wrong. All right, so I think I'm probably going to end up going with 33s, and I'm not sure if I need to re-gear or not. I might just let it go. We'll see what happens with that. It seems like it's kind of the cutoff for re-gearing. So, like, if you do a 31, you don't have to, but 33s are kind of in that area where might need to. So we'll see about that. And what else do I got going on? Well, I'll come back to what I was saying before too. A lot of these vehicles that are 4-wheel drive are already designed for off-road. So if you're questioning about doing some off-roading or overlanding, just do it and see what happens. You know, you might, you know, break an axle or bend a tie rod or a control arm or something of the sorts. But, you know, if you're with a group of people, it's not so bad. If you're with just kind of yourself, you have to worry about recovery if you do get stuck in a rut or mud or something like that. So I would really say that just get out there and experience it. Have some simple stuff. I picked up I don't know how long it is, but I think it's like about a 30-foot recovery strap. 30 foot by, I think it's about 4 inches wide. I picked it up at the junkyard for like $4 or something like that. Simple, just some simple stuff the max tracks are, you know, or equivalent. I haven't really checked those out too much yet, but that's something for the future that I'm probably gonna end up getting, along with a bumper, front bumper, rear bumper, and a winch. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I'm kind of just doing it slowly here. The lift is the first part, and I'm gonna go from there. So far, for what I have going on here, of course it's locked. Hold on. So far, what I have going on here is I have some of these. They're like a. I think this stuff is called. Oh, I can't remember at the moment what it's called, but it's like roll stuff that you can get, and you can put it on your window. What I'm doing is I'm putting it on my windows for privacy, so that no one can really see in my vehicle. And there's a lot of benefits for that. You know, being out in, you know, let's say you get tired and you want to stay at a rest area. All you have to do is bust these out, put them in, you know, from the back, and take a little nap or sleep all night. But they stay in there. They're cut directly to size, so they stay in there pretty well. There was one of them that falls out a little bit, so I might have to make a new one. And what I did was I took this a Reflectix, that's what it's called, Reflectix. Okay, so I bought a roll of Reflectix, and I measured from the top to the bottom of the windows before I bought the Reflectix and seen what I needed. I think this was like an 18-inch, or it could even been a 24-inch roll, but I bought it, and basically I just went around and cut out a piece of cardboard first. And I cut the piece of cardboard and fit it exactly to be in that spot. And then I took the Reflectix and put it on the cardboard and cut around. So what I did for the backside to make it look black, I bought like just a $11 sheet off of Amazon or something like that. And I kind of laid it out and to the size on the, like I laid the sheet out and kind of cut a little bit bigger than what this was. And what I did was I sprayed spray adhesive on this side. It's really simple stuff. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick so I can show you guys. Found it, easy. All right, so this is a general purpose spray adhesive. It's made by 3M. It's got the number 45 on it, and it's really good stuff. You can just spray down on whatever. Actually, I think what I did with this stuff is I sprayed both sides. So I sprayed the Reflectix first, and then I sprayed the sheet along with it, and then laid it down and let it set. I think it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to get it to like set up, to get it to stick really good. So I made all of the windows. Now, when you go to make, you know, something like this, what you can do is just mirror the other side. So you could actually make one of this way and one of this way, or you could just make two of the same one. I think the back is pretty similar to this looking, so it doesn't really matter. But I cut that out. I've made two of these, and then I made two of this little guy here to be the same basically. And then I made two for the back window and one for the hatch. So it worked out pretty well. And they all pretty much stay in there. Even if you close the door, This one on the other side falls out sometimes when you close the door real hard. But I mean, I'm slamming the door and they're still in there. So, I like it because you cannot tell that there's something in the window. It just looks like really dark tint, okay? Since the back windows are kind of tinted already, so I did that for a little privacy, and I'm doing the lift and the tires. I would like to make a platform for the back. Something with a drawer system in it to be able to cook out of and have a little storage back there. I'm probably going to do some sort of roof rack as well. I seen something really cool the other day with the ZJ. There was someone had bought just a whole bunch of the stock bars for it, and they lined them up. I think he had like 7 or 8 in a row, so it was a flat surface up there that worked great for a roof rack. Storage, not so much, but you could always get a basket or something you could hold stuff in, or you could be fancy like all these guys are doing with these overland vehicles and get you a rooftop tent. And the thought was there to possibly make my own. So we'll see. But I got some of the gear for doing traveling in this already. Nothing crazy. Basically everything would be inside, not so much outside. Possibly some Max Tracks or the equivalent, some of the cheaper ones. For right now, I don't see me really needing that. So we'll see in the future about some of that other stuff. But for right now, that's what I have. And I think it's a great start that I have. I've ran into several things though, like I was saying before, with doing this this lift kit. Broken bolts, seized up bolts. I broke a brake line already today, and I'm gonna have to get a new one of those. It should probably be replaced anyways. I don't know what I'm gonna replace it with. I might just go with steel, but stainless is always a way to go too. I might be able to do that. I don't know. My neighbors earlier I talked to said that it cost him $1,000 to convert his Avalanche over to stainless steel. So probably not stainless steel. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I put out a little bit of information on what my plan is for my overlanding vehicle. Right now I have only a couple grand into this thing, plus the lift, and then the tires. So it's going to be under really $5,000 or $6,000 to get this thing with a 3.5-inch lift and some tires and the vehicle itself. I got a really good deal on it, and it runs great. It's got a 4-liter in it with the Quadra Track, I believe it's called. But it's got the Quadra Track in it, and like I said, I would like to change that over to where I could have the option for 2-wheel drive. But it's a really great vehicle. It rides really good. I'm interested to see how it rides after I get the lift kit on. We'll see. I hope it rides good. But anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know it's probably a little long for you. I gotta sneeze. Tell me that's not the worst thing in the world. Hope you guys liked the video. It was a little long, and but it has some really good basic info on overlanding or off-roading, you know, weekend warrior kind of stuff. Just getting into it. You don't have to have something crazy to start doing this stuff. 4-wheel drive vehicle. If it's 4-wheel drive, it's probably good enough to get out on some Forest Service roads and go explore a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like and subscribe, because a lot of the views I'm getting are not from subscribers. So make sure to like and subscribe the video. We'll see you next time. This is Nomad Chad. Get out there.